Hi everybody! Today we're going to make eyeballs out of ping pong balls. First, you want to grab a ping pong ball and acrylic paint. I have black, white, purple, blue, and red. You could do yellow, you could do green, you could do brown, you could do whatever color eyes you want. I'm going to start off with the blue, so I'm just taking a dark blue. I'm going to paint a circle. And then I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to start to paint it towards the center. And the ping pong ball will repel some of the paint to kind of give you this texture that makes it kind of look like an eye. I'm going to set that aside and let that dry and take another one. I made a purple eyeball. I'm going to kind of layer this. I have a nice basic purple, but it's a really thin paint. I'm just going to create a circle. Do the same thing where I just kind of paint it towards the middle. I'm going to take a smaller brush and I'm going to add a little bit of black paint. I want to create a dot in the middle and then circle my brush out so that this dot grows and becomes the center of the eyeball or iris. You can make it big, you can make it small. Then you want to go ahead and outline. Set that off to the side. I'm going to go back to my purple one and take a little bit of blue and a little bit of red to get a darker purple. I'm going to streak that in the middle. I'm going to add a little bit of black with a smaller brush. And add a dot in the middle. And go around the circle. Set that one off to the side. Using a clean small brush, we'll touch in just some red and we'll start to create some little veins for bloodshot eyes. We'll set that one off to the side. Do the other one. Set that off to the side. Then we'll clean the brush and go in with a little white. And just create a couple little dots. And we'll go ahead and let all those dry. Okay, the next thing we're going to make is this, and it doesn't make sense yet, but it will soon. So it is actually vampire teeth. These were clear and also glow in the dark, so they're going to be fun. But I took the shape of the mouth and I basically drew it on paper. So I took a Sharpie and just regular paper and I put the mouth right there. I traced the inside and then I kind of wrapped around the lips, around the edge, and then gave it a very voluminous lip shape. And then I made it a little less down below, but it's still a good about pinky size, maybe about a little bit bigger than a pinky for this. And then what I found is that if I take wax paper And the hot glue will stick a little to the wax paper, but it is actually okay. And I took a hot glue gun and I very carefully went around the farther edge of what my circle was. And then I want to fill it in. And then I also want to do the same thing around the lips. So I've traced the lips, the outer edge of the lips with the hot glue, carefully not touching the middle piece. Then I'm just going to fill that in. And that should just kind of sit up a bit, or set up a bit. Then I'm going to go ahead and do the other side, and I'm just outlining. And just filling in. We're going to let that set up or dry, and I'm just going to put this off to the side. Once it dries, you get something that looks like this. And like I said, it is on wax paper, and the wax paper will stick a little bit, but it is okay. So I'm going to just peel off what I had hot glued from my pattern. And if some of the paper's still on there, it's fine. Just peel it off, and we'll keep doing that with these. And eventually you'll get all the pieces. So I've got the teeth and the lips, and then also the tongue, because if we go back to the sketch, we also have this tongue, which kind of just looks like a teardrop, a very elongated teardrop. So I'm going to take that circle piece. I'm going to take that circle piece from the original drawing. So that's this piece. And I'm going to put the teeth over it. And then the lips will go underneath, and this will go above. And then eventually the tongue will stick out. So let's go ahead and do that. Just gonna flip this paper over. And so we'll start off with this, although it's probably better to use the wax paper. So we'll just go back to the wax paper. So we want to take the teeth, and we want to take the middle piece, and we want to glue that together, but not just yet. We want to do the lips first. So my top lips are actually going to wrap around the inside. And we'll glue them that way. But before we actually get any gluing done, because these are clear, we want to add a little bit of white to this so that we have white teeth, or yellow teeth, or green teeth, whatever floats your boat. But I'm taking a small round brush, and I'm just going to go into the teeth, and I'm just painting them. And the paint might repel a little with the plastic, but you might just need to get another coat going over that. then we'll get the other side again. See how it kind of needs a little bit more. I'm just going to add another coat of the white on the inside. Check the other side. Yep, a little bit more. All right, maybe keep checking until you get to the desired effect that you want. And of course, we'll just let that dry. All right, so upon assembly, we want to add the lips going this way and the lips going this way. So they're going to kind of just fit in there. And I'm just going to set that in there. Because I'm impatient, you might want to let this dry a little bit. Very carefully with the hot glue, we want to add a little bit to get it to sit. And then we'll do it on the other side too. Although you might need to hold on to it until it gets to a cooling point. And we'll add some on the other side. Letting that kind of set up a bit. And from the inside, we're just going to take that round dot and we're just going to add that to the inside. And just let that kind of sit up. So we have the structure for the mouth. And then we want to do the tongue. So you can have the tongue go off to the side. Let's try that for this one. Add a little bit here and a little bit there. And that's kind of the structure of it. Next, we'll go on to painting. So once you've glued all the pieces together, we can paint. If you need to take some scissors and trim off the mouth area or trim anything, use scissors for that. It should be thin enough. I'm going to take a small brush and some red paint, and we're going to paint our lips. So I'm going in the direction that the lips would be in, using the streaks to kind of mimic the creases in the lips. that for both. I'll add a little bit of white to a little bit of red that's already on my brush to create a pink. And I am going to paint in the tongue. Also get the back side or the sides. I'm going to make a little bit of a lighter pink and then touch into a little bit of blue. Get kind of a light purple color. And we can add this to the inside gum area. Do that for this one. And I can go into just purple and add just purple to the inner back part of the mouth and kind of give it a texture. And also paint the top of the tongue. You can also make a darker purple by adding a little bit of blue and a little bit of red. And use the same colors from my eyeballs. You could even add green in there if you wanted to. Really up to you. And then we'll just let those dry for a little while, and then we will assemble everything in just a second. So now you can take some kind of a pot, or I have a little cauldron, right here. And then you can take some flowers. I bent the edges underneath so that they could fit right in the cauldron. And you want to arrange this so that you have your flowers kind of sticking up here and there. And just a side note, you can actually take your pinball or your ping pong ball and cut it in half by using maybe an X-Acto. And you can make 2 more if you feel you need to. But it sits a little bit better with the whole actual ping pong ball. So we have the hot glue plugged in and we're ready to kind of assemble, but we want to kind of arrange and see where we want things and how we want things. You just want to kind of look at your flower and see how it would sit in. So it looks like this one is a little bit better to hold one of these. And the ping pong ball will probably sit better in these. So I have 2 kinds of flowers. I have one that is a little bit more kind of like a daisy and one that's a little bit more like an iris maybe. So we want to fold the leaves back so we have a good area to do our hot glue. And you want to select an eyeball and you want it to kind of sit so that the reflections at the top, and you want to take your hot glue, you want to go around the base and then sit your eyeball right in there. Maybe push and hold for a little bit. And then you can have the flower kind of close around it. Find another one. This is the irisy one. Let's not use that one. We'll just do the eyeballs first. You just want to find your middle. I'll do the purple one next, I think. And just really be cautious with hot glue. It can be very hot and it can burn you very not nicely. So just a word of caution. See, we'll find another one. It's a good one. Probably find one at the top here. That's a good one. let's go ahead and use this one. It'll be okay for the eyeball. You could do the screaming mouse with the large tongue. And just kind of lay it in there. Actually, I think these would probably be better on this side. We still have 2 ping pong balls. We'll just add it right here. Now let's add one on this side. And we should have one more little area to do this with. You can arrange these in such a way and there you have it. Your eyeballs and mouth bouquet. You can add purple lights in the background. You can add candles, but this is your new masterpiece. Happy Halloween, you guys. You can light some LED candles and actually also use fairy lights in your arrangement. This is what we have. Happy Halloween. Why not give it a try?